it just says live stream offline, and the only thing you see is the Wake Back Morning Coffee Show.
Starting, receiving content. Starting.
Yep.
Your audience will see is set up in a minute. Get ready. 1, 2. There we
There
go.
we go.
Welcome back to the Wake Back Coffee Morning Show. I'm sorry. Woo, woo, woo. I don't know if they're going to use the same live. Let's see. Or do I get a whole new notification?
I got a new notification.
You got a whole new notification? Yeah, so did I. Welcome to part 2. Welcome back to the Way Back Coffee Morning Show. And guess what? It was crazy that we got kicked off because we was about to take a break. Anyway. And we're going to be back more talking about our masculinity. And guess what? This gives everybody else time to come back and get back into the show. So, we'll be back with more of the Way Back Coffee Morning Show right after this. They playing with us wonderfully. What happened?
Been around the world, I'm trying to get me famous. Everybody trying to occupy the spaces. Everybody now wanna know what my name is. Not even me mommy or me daddy, I didn't have nobody, just a little money God and me. I remember when I couldn't get my demo put out. Ooh, now it's murder. And now you say, oh, cause I got the mic now, you're singing praises. Now they say, yes, I'm the one you wanna rock with right now. And I got the mic now, I guess I'm famous. And I guess it's my time right now. I won't use a gun, I'll kill them with my mic now. Now they getting body better right now. See them with their body better right now. Was living in the rat race, and in the rat race was a paper chase. Now I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place. Make it give me space. Now my mommy and my daddy, I didn't have nobody, just 2 bags, my car and me. I remember when my record label never want me put up. Ooh, now it's murder. And now you say, oh, cause I got the mic now, you're singing praises. Now they say,
Way Back and Coffee Morning Show right here live with me, George First Black Governor, and Mama Quita. We talking about the emasculation of the alpha male. This Mama Quita theme song right here. Here's Sean Isaac with Love You Harder. Right here on the Way Back and Coffee Morning Show.
Tell me something I need to know. Then take my breath and never let it go. If you just let me invade your space, I'll take this pleasure and take it with the pain. And if in the moment I bite my lips, baby, in the moment you know this is something bigger than us. Give me a reason to believe it. And if I want to keep you, I gotta to love you harder. I gotta love you harder. And if I really need you, I gotta to love you harder. Love you harder. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Pleasure and take it with the pain. And if in the moment you bite your lip, when I get you moaning, you know it's real. Can you feel the pressure between your hips? I'll make you feel like the first time. And if I want to keep you, I gotta to love you harder. I gotta love you harder. And if I really need you, I gotta to love you harder. Love you harder. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Harder, 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 harder. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Harder, 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 harder. So what do I do if I can't figure it out? I gotta try again. Oh, so what do I do if I can't figure it out? Said I'ma leave again. Said I got to love you, babe. I said I gotta love you, babe. And if I really need you, I got to love you harder. Love you harder. And if I want to keep you, I gotta to love you harder. I gotta love you harder. And if I really need you, I gotta to love you harder. Love you harder.
Yeah.
Love you, love you,
Said so sketch.
love you, love you, love you, love you.
You back at it again. ODLTL.
Yes, welcome back to the Way Back Coffee Morning Show. That's Sean Isaac with Love You Harder. That's Mama Quita theme song right there. I'm gonna go take me some singing lessons. Oh man, I'm getting a lot of feedback. I ain't got the damn headphones in. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That's my fault. But that's Mama Quita theme song. I'm gonna do me an R&B app. Mama Quita, you gonna read this beautiful picture you sent me?
Yes, I am.
Y'all see that? Let me see something real quick.
I'm sorry, I was putting our, I just,
Disclaimer.
wait a minute. Wait.
What happened?
Oh. Okay, wait.
Let me see something.
Okay, there we go.
Why you not coming through?
Okay.
Come through. Come on. Come on.
Are you trying to put it up?
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting on it to come through. So I can.
Okay. I want y'all to be able to see the picture before I read what was said.
Oh man, it don't take all that much time. There we go. Here. What's today? Ratchet.
Tuesday, February 26th.
Ratchetness. We almost. Hold on a minute.
So, while he's doing that, there's an article in the Washington Post that's called How Traditional Masculinity Hurts the Men Who Believe in It Most. Now, very, very interesting article. But I'm trying to figure out, do people really believe the stuff that they write?
I was going to ask that same question because I got one from the Washington News. And it's from an opinion column. And he's a military vet. Do you think people believe what they're writing, or is they editing because their editor is telling them they need to make this sound appealing to these people?
I honestly don't know. Because some people actually believe what they write, but then some stuff just don't make sense. Like,
because they want you to get the narrative that it's okay to put down your masculinity.
Yes.
That's the way it's written. The way it's written is for us to accept homosexuality, for us to accept transgender, and that by me being a man, I am not open enough, or I don't have the emotional capability of being a decent human being. That is the narrative.
This says traditional masculinity itself. The term refers to a Western concept of manliness that relies on dominance, aggression, and competitiveness. Everyone has beliefs about how men should behave, says Ronald Levin, who was the APA president when the guidelines were initially conceived, and who has worked on them ever since. We found incredible evidence that the extent to which men strongly endorse those beliefs is strongly associated with negative outcomes. The more men cling to rigid views of masculinity, the more likely they are to be depressed, disdained, or lonely. And I have to disagree, because I don't know. I know more men who are more feminine with those issues than I know men who are masculine and don't have those issues, because And I think it's because they have more of a sense of strong self identity.
Hmm.
They're not questioning who they are or why they're here or any of that. And if they're still trying to figure out why they're here, they're definitely not questioning who they are and where they stand.
Right. But they
They're
want you
not
to
confused.
no, but they want you to think that you are, so you can adapt into a beta male situation. That's
You're
my take on
absolutely.
it. You want me to think that I'm feeling this way because now if you plant this seed, it's like, damn, am I really, man? Am I really? You see what I'm saying? It makes you start to question yourself. Because I agree with you, Mama Quita. Most men who are not married or whatever, if they're single, living on their own, they don't. Am I a man today?
I mean, but that's married or not married. All the men that I deal with are very masculine and they don't have a question of identity.
Right.
And they are, when I tell you, they probably the happiest men. But the ones that I find with a little, started to say something that's a little femininity in them, that are a little questionable, they are more depressed. They are more unhappy. They're unhappy with their life. And they're more questionable, even though they say they're okay with who they are, their actions show total opposite. Total opposite.
You're right.
Big Juice said we keep freezing.
It's a little slow. But I think that they push this narrative in a nice way. And like I said, if you really think about it, it's really spun to the women. Because now, like you said, women are now starting to be in control. So now, if we spin this narrative to the women, now women are more nurturers and women have the ability to be more sensitive and empathetic to, oh, well, you know, I know it's going to be this and I know it's going to be that. You see what I'm saying? And now it makes you, it continues to plant and water the seed. And this is why. Like I said, women be like, well, where real men are? Where ain't no good men? Well, they could. First, tell these young men to pull their pants up. Tell these young men that this is what men look like. Because a lot of y'all have never really seen what a real man does, what men really do. And a lot of people base their perception off what is driven through Hollywood. This is why you can call Blair Underwood a male feminist. Like what? Really? When did that happen?
So I want to read this comment right here because it contradicts what they're saying. It says, in the Conservative National Review magazine, writer David French also critiqued the study because they got what I was just reading from a quote unquote study of white men. It is interesting that in a world that otherwise teaches boys and girls to be yourself, that rule often applies to everyone but the traditional male who has traditional male impulses and characteristics. Then they're a problem. Then they're often deemed toxic. And he's absolutely correct.
They want to kill masculinity. Period. They want beta males running around here. They want, because beta males tend to cling more to women. They don't want no more men walking around here. And it's crazy that you pulled that from the Washington Post, because his cousin right next door, the Washington News, says America has witnessed a war on masculinity over the past 3 decades. Perpetuated by the well-intended over-parenting, the agenda-driven entertainment industry, dangerous political correction, and deliberate political strategy. Whether through misguided nurturing, intentional shaping of perceptions, fear of offending someone, and I'm sorry, but this was kind of a jab, or Democratic Party policies. I didn't write this, by the way. Or Democratic Party policies. The result has produced an emasculation of American men rising to alarming heights, threaten traditional societies and our economic future. It starts as early as kindergarten. Boys who act rambunctious are immediately prescribed Ritalin or Adderall to keep them docile and calm, while the number of girls are being prescribed medication for attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD, is on the rise. Boys prescribed ADHD drugs at over 2.5 times the rate girls, according to a recent NBC News report.
Absolutely.
In addition to their natural behavior being stiff through medication, American boys are subject to constant positive reinforcement where no one is allowed to have their feelings hurt, lose a game, or make the honor. I'm gonna stop right there for a minute. I was doing something. I was coaching, and I was told that there can't be a loser. Both sides have to win. And I said, why? What do you mean?
When I first heard that, I was up in arms because that's crazy.
I said they lost.
But they don't want you to say that.
You want me to go over here and lie to the children and say, oh, y'all won. Because now, if I told them that they lose, now maybe they'll go back and work harder to win.
So that they can win. Right.
But if I tell them that they win and they continue to play poorly, then when they get out here in the real world and they perform poorly, and then when someone tells them no, now they want to go shoot themselves, medicate themselves, jump off the bridge. Y'all are building sissified men in America. America itself has become a sissified, I say it for you, Mama Quita, has become a sissified country. Can't say nothing because you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. He might need his feelings.
You're going to hurt somebody's feelings. You're going to offend somebody's religion. You're going to make everybody happy. But that's not possible. Everybody can't be happy.
He goes on to say that the assault on male continue every day through our media. Best amplified by the network television template for primetime sitcoms. From King of Queens to Modern Family and The Big Bang Theory. Immature, usually overweight, lazy, spineless men navigate life by accident, dumb luck, or with the help of a superior female characters. While this may be reality for some, it reinforces the negative stereotype that any form of masculinity behavior is to be marginalized, ridiculed, and shunned.
They can't see anything. We're completely frozen again. for a while now.
Let's get you in here talking about not being gay, Mama Queen. Telling parents they got to raise their little boys. Let me see what we got on here, Mama Quita. Live. I want to know who actually doing the shutdown. Because we up. Put in the name. Wait, on the show. We live. Got 4 people watching. Oh, it's still buffering. There we go. We back. Live and direct. Yeah, we back.
All right.
So, the military people can't say anything about the open gay, transgender sex. It's causing confusion in the military. If you say it's causing confusion, they're losing their positions. It said giving everyone the benefit of doubt. These first 3 causes of emasculinity in American men can seem as well intended. However, the last and perhaps the most cause of the direct strategy by the Democratic Party to produce as many voters dependent on the federal government as possible. Voters who politically lean and stand from traditional beliefs of masculinity, both men and women, tend to reject pro-democracy entitlement policies and candidates. By encouraging and fostering gender warfare at all levels of society, the Democratic Party has been successful in stiffing masculinity, though ensuring voters who espouse traditional beliefs of masculinity are marginalized and branded cavemen, anti-women, or worse. Political correctness. It's caused to silent, distant, cower our leaders and weaken our military.
And it has. You cannot argue with that on any level.
What'd you say, Big G?
On any level.
Gov, should people get free health care because they're alcoholics, because it's a disease? No, I don't think. Who's going to pay for the free health care? Because nothing in America is free. Somebody has to pay for it.
Yep.
And should you get free health care because alcoholic is considered a disease? No, I think being an alcoholic is a choice. Because you choose to drink.
Right.
Just like I don't think that we should be out here paying for abortions because you refuse to go out here and have sex and you don't want to take care of your responsibility. Fuck out here. Mama Queen, I got your picture ready.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and post it up so I can pull it back up and I can.
It's up. Well, you know you gotta wait like a couple seconds.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta wait a couple of seconds. She's up.
So we are, I don't know what's going on with us today. I need the picture to come up.
It's still not up?
It's frozen, but the words are still gone.
anything on this side. Is up on your side? You frozen on the computer.
It's frozen. I'm wondering, because on my side it says you only got 2 watching.
Yeah, my side says 2.
Yeah.
We back live. So now we're talking about the military. That's where we are.
And it happens. You cannot argue with that on any level. Or any level.
You're actually faster than I am.
Is it?
Yeah, I can hear yours in the background. Yours is faster than mine.
Okay. Let me see. Instagram.
Your little head. The picture popped up yet on your side?
Nope.
Mama Queen, I got your picture right. Mama Queen, I got your picture up. I just heard that on your side.
Okay. Go ahead and post it up so I can.
Go ahead and post it up. It's up. It's up. It's up.
Yeah. Okay. So we are. I don't know what's going on with us today. Okay, they still can't see the picture. Okay, there it is. Boom. Okay, there go the picture, y'all. So I found this and I figured it would go perfectly with what we are talking about today.
Okay.
And it says Daddy Chronicles. So Mom took Jordan with her and left me with the little 3. Now, I don't let the boys sleep in the bed with me because they are too big for all that in my eyes. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Pull this down. I was trying to keep up. Okay. They are too big for all that in my eyes, as the girls will be one day. With that said, I've learned more and more that a 6-year-old is just a big toddler. Joe liked watching all the same stuff as Zendaya, and he even prefers to play with her toys. So when I put them down for a nap, he kept peeking into the room. Here's our combo. Me, well, you're going to be able to tell what's what. Boy, what do you want? Nothing, I'm just kind of bored. Well, you can go watch TV or read a book. The girls have to take a nap. Well, I like naps too sometimes. It was at this moment I had to understand he was just sick and didn't want to be in the living room alone. So I let him lay in the bed with us. Now, I don't cuddle boys. That's just not my role for them. That's Mom's job. But he kept looking over at the girls cuddled under me sleep. I can only imagine what he might have been thinking, because before the girls were born and he was the youngest, he was the one who got to sleep in the bed and we would nap together. So I looked over at him and said, I know the girls take up a lot of space and attention, but there's always space for you, buddy. You can't lay on me, but you can lay with us. He cuddled up closer to his sister and I put my arm over and rubbed his back and he went to sleep. I sometimes am too hard when it comes to the boys because I want them to be strong men. What Joe always makes me remember is every strong man was just a little boy wanting to feel love. I love the boys. I don't show it like I do with the girls, But we have these moments where I get to make sure they feel it. Now, for me, that's a daddy. That's a daddy.
Right.
And he's teaching his boys how to be men. And a lot of times women, we have this, because we are nurturers, we tend to be less harder on the bull, on our kids than men are. Now, I always get, everybody always say, Quitty, you so mean. You hard on your kids. Yeah, but I also understand there's a balance, and they don't have a man in their life. I'm not trying to be mommy and daddy, but I also understand that there's a certain boundary that has to be placed for my boys to even understand that they are males and that there is a difference between them and their sister.
Right.
And how they are treated and how they treat her as to how she treats them. But I just love that article because even though he's hard, he still sees that's just a 6-year-old.
Right.
But at some point, even that's going to be, hey,
right,
get your stuff together.
Because the thing is, you can show a little boy love as the dad, but you don't want to have it overly embraced that he feels that he has to find love in another man. No, you find your love through a woman that God has somewhere out here in this world for you. So I agree with the article. You know, I don't have boys. You know, I got all girls. And even when they got a certain age, I didn't want them in the bed with me. I didn't, and even as little girls, I didn't want them all lovey-dovey because I didn't want them to be all lovey-dovey on just because they see a man, they have to be lovey-dovey. You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of times, I did give them boyish treatment. I did do that. But I did that depending on the situation. Because there were certain things that I wasn't trying to take from them as a female. It was something I was trying to give them to understand that, yeah, you are a woman. But at the same time, though, nobody really cares. I do. They don't. So the faster you learn that I do, they don't, you can still be feminine. You can still be this woman. You can still be loving. You can still be nurturing. You can always come to me. You can talk to me. We can laugh. We can joke. But understand that my job as the dad is to make sure that you're on that straight and narrow, as opposed of for most of the time, you know, mommy is there to love and to nurture and to give you that sense of ease and peace. My job is to prepare you for the ugliness, because if it was done the way we supposed to fear God, I'm the one that sees the ugliest more than anybody else, because I'm out in the world more than the mother is. I'm out in the world more than the kids are. But one thing I know about children are awful. Children can be hurtful. These little bad.
They shoot straight from the hip and they don't let up.
Right. But what I learned about children, because even when Jesus said, hinder not the children to come upon me, because in order for you to inherit the kingdom of heaven, you too also have to be childlike. Childlike don't mean don't put away childish things and become a man. Childlike means to be humble, to be honest, and to love unconditionally. Because those are the three things that you get from a child.
Yep.
Those are the three main things you're going to get from a child.
Yep.
They are humble. They are very honest, brutally honest, truthful. But they love unconditionally.
Unconditionally.
So we can keep trying to break down the men if you want. It's part of the plan. Me and Mama Quita, and I saved that portion of the plan for Mama Quita, so you can hear it from a woman's perspective. And Mama Quita told y'all straight up, they trying to take the men away. Y'all laughed and joked it off, but this is serious.
Something serious.
This is serious. Anything in closing, Mama Quita?
Again, I say, pay attention. Pay attention to the agendas that are being pushed. Stay diligent, read your words. Keep a relationship, an open door with God. Know that Jesus is the only way to the Father. And enjoy life, because if you're under the wings of the Father, I promise you, the stuff that is going on in the world, if you hide yourself in his wings, it will not affect you. But the only safe place is abiding in the Father. That's it.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what y'all want me to tell you. We can sit here and we can blame the women for making it acceptable. We can sit here and blame the men for not being men and being daddies in these little boys' lives. We can sit here and blame this, we can blame that, we can blame the Democratic Party, we can blame TV, we can blame whoever.
But at the end of the day, the parents, we are to teach our kids the way that they should go. And when they grow old, they shall not depart.
But this is something that I seen, Mama Quita. We can teach our children, but what are we teaching our children not to depart from?
I saw that too. I know exactly. Yep.
Everybody is not teaching their children the way to. They're teaching their children a way to go. But
you know what? Maybe that'll be the topic tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yeah, we'll make that the topic Thursday, because that's something we do need to discuss.
Because we can all say we raise your child up in the way they should go and they shouldn't depart. But what seeds are you raising them under? What guidance and instructions are you giving? Because like I said, if we told our children, at the end of the day, son, one day I'm going to die. And at the end of the day, one day you're going to die.
Oh, sorry.
And the day that you die, son, daughter, what's going to happen is you are going to have to face judgment on what you did from the time you can understand right and wrong. Oh, you was sneaking out of the house, going to have sex with your dude. You was cutting school. All of that is written. All of that is recorded. Yours, mine, your mama's, everybody in the world, your grandma, great-grandma. Your rights and your wrongs are recorded. You're going to answer one day for everything that you've done. We don't teach our children to fear God, because the God I know that's coming back is not this pretty cookie cutter God that they keep telling you. when he come back, it's going down. The war is on. And he ain't coming to play no games. He's coming to save his chosen, and he's gonna kill everybody else.
Yep.
Am I here to scare you? No. But I'm definitely here to put the fear of the Lord in you, though. Remember when your grandma used to tell you that before she beat you? I'm here to put the fear of the Lord in you. Like I said in the beginning.
And she did just that.
Like I said in the beginning of the broadcast. Everything that grandma told you that we consider to be a Jew, or that we consider to be a small word of wisdom.
She found it in the Bible.
What a lot of us don't know is grandma pulled that all out the Bible.
Every bit of it.
And because we didn't like the way grandma did things, when we were thinking that we was turning away from grandma, we was actually turning away from the word. That's that great turn away that Paul was talking about. Blasphemy, lies, deceit, mockery, lust after the flesh is here. So yeah, we can teach our children contraceptive. Yeah, we can teach little boys to be men. But what are we teaching? Are we teaching the fear of God so they can understand? Before you have these beautiful babies that you're supposed to be a man and be able to take care of the mother and the beautiful babies. What is the narrative? What's the narrative? The narrative is I can teach you contraception. And once I teach you contraception, you're gonna want to see what it feels like without the contraception. And ooh, don't worry if you get pregnant. You can go to the nearest abortion clinic, and
that's what they want you to believe.
And you can go suck this baby out with a vacuum cleaner. And guess what? In about 3-4 days after you bleed out and you pass everything through, then you can go right back to your contraceptions, and then you can come right back to the abortion clinic next week. And nobody is going to say anything to you. Because you're being offensive to women's rights.
Because now we're in a liberal world where you do what you want to do. Make yourself happy. Everybody is making themselves happy at any cost necessary.
That's called the lust of the flesh. In the end times, they will call good evil and evil good. The lust of the flesh will run rampant. Amen.
Yep.
Listen. If you don't want to take the chance of going through the BS, if you don't want to take the chance, if you just don't even want to, like, you don't even want to peek out the window, then do what Mama Cookie told you. Submit yourself to Jesus Christ. Submit yourself to God. And the only way you can get through God is through the Father. Through the Son. The only way you can get to the Son is through the Father. I know what Oprah said, but I'm here to tell you what Jesus said. Jesus didn't say that there was 100 ways that you can get to me. Jesus didn't say you can get to me through the chakras and calling on the universe and no. He said you have to repent of your sins and sin no more. Be baptized in the Spirit. Pick up your cross and follow him. Deny yourself. And live by his word. And live by the word of God. Because his word has been in the beginning. In the beginning was was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And now the Word is flesh. Oh, okay. So I love y'all, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Rocking out with us right here on the Wake Bacon Coffee Morning Show. That's my time. Listen, Mama Quita, thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
And make sure y'all come back here on Thursday. Tell somebody. Hit that little bell. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell your people to like, subscribe, share. Tell your mama. Tell your daddy. Tell your sister. Tell your brother. Tell your pastor. Then come on in and